Hey Scorpio, Moonchild Divinity 624, January 2018 general reading. I'm going to start off with the Morgan Greer deck because I feel like I should. And just a quick general message. Eight of Swords at the bottom. I'm just going to keep that there for now. I'm not going to talk about that yet. I want to talk about the first card that I pulled out. There's a Three of Pentacles. You guys have a lot of major arcanas in this reading, and I shuffle my cards after every single reading that I do. You have the Three of Pentacles at the top, the Strength in the middle, Magician, and then Justice to the left, and then the Two of Cups, and then the Hierophant. With the Two of Cups and the Hierophant over here, I just feel like there's some kind of partnership that's trying to be solidified. Maybe it's not the easiest of partnerships. You've tried for a long time to solidify this, and maybe some of you have even gone through a lot to make this partnership happen, whether it's work or I don't feel like it's work though. And this is generalized. I try to keep it generalized, but I just have to go off of what I receive intuitively. I feel like it has to do with probably some kind of emotional situation. And I say that because the Two of Cups to me, it can be a business partnership. It can be something of that nature, but I just don't feel like that. I look at the Hierophant down here, and his hand, like his two fingers are pointing up. Look at that. See how his two fingers are right there? And it points right up to this Two of Cups. Right there. And that's, oh, I love that card. That's one of my, probably, if not, that's probably one of my most favorite cards in the tarot deck. I just love that card. Those two people are looking at each other like they know each other. They're equal. They know they're equal. They're vulnerable with each other, and they just feel each other on a level that's just from the divine, and that's what I love about it. I feel like with a lot of you Scorpios, it definitely is probably some kind of emotional situation. I'm going to keep the Morgan Greer over here for now. I feel like I should use, I'm going to go in with the Hanson Roberts deck that I have over here to clarify. First, I want to clarify on this Two of Cups. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll with it. I do my best readings when I just don't think with my ego and I just go with my intuition. And this won't resonate for everybody, but I feel like something just needs to come out. The Six of Swords just fell out. So maybe some of you are moving on from this partnership, or you're moving on from something else in the past into a new partnership, whether it's business or love or whatever. However it resonates. We'll get more cards to clarify, okay? King of Pentacles, the Sun, and then the Star. Wow. There's a lot of major arcana showing up in here, guys. Something big. And then the Four of Rods. So the Four of Rods brings me back to the Three of Pentacles at the top. I feel like some of you may be moving towards with a partnership that you had. I'm going to put that down. Some of you are moving towards, it might have just been like you were dating or like just working at a job or whatever. Take it how it resonates with you. You guys are moving away from something in the past and going into someone who's just more stable, a more stable job, a more stable man, a more stable woman, a more stable relationship. And it brings you a lot of happiness, but you might have had to leave some things behind, and it wasn't necessarily easy for you to do that, to move into a more solid, destined place where you were supposed to go. But that isn't it beautiful that how life works? Definitely more stable. And I say that not just because of the four rods or the three of pentacles that I showed you, because of the king of pentacles too, and then the star and then the sun together. This is happy, happy stuff. Happy stuff. It's good stuff. It's destined stuff. It's where you're supposed to be at this point in time. I want to clarify on something tells me to go to the Three of Pentacles, so I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to keep using the Hanson Roberts. And this deck was given to me by a fellow tarot reader friend of mine quite a few years ago. She thought I should have it, and she didn't connect with it. And I like this little deck. I like it. It's small, and you can, I have pretty big hands, but it just resonates with me in a little bit. I feel like it helps me clarify on a bigger situation at hand. It might be little, but it has big messages. Don't judge a book by its cover. Never do that. We all know that, right? Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and then the Three of Rods, and then the Tower at the bottom. There was definitely some kind of end to something in the past that needed to happen, and it wasn't necessarily welcomed by you, Scorpio, and it could have been a work situation for a lot of you. I say that because I have the Three of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles next to it. Excuse me. So maybe if you just left a job, maybe some of you guys or girls just left a job that you just were not happy with, and it was a big decision for you. Maybe it was an upset at the job or a relationship that was just came out of nowhere and it hit you like a crack, like a lightning bolt out of the sky. Came out of nowhere, but and now you're standing there, and it's almost like some of you are not necessarily welcoming it in with open arms. You're very kind of immature about it, and not in a bad way. I'm not insulting anybody here, so please don't take my words to heart. I'm just spitting out words. But you're sitting there looking at it, and you're not necessarily sure. You have the Page of Swords, excuse me, with the Three of Rods. Right there. And it's like this person's looking at it. He doesn't know which way to take it. He's not sure. He's young. And you might not be young. You might be an older individual. But it hot in your head, in your head and your heart and all that. You're like, this is a new beginning. I don't know. There's all these things going on, and I'm not sure how to take it. Roll with it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to fight it. I'm going to clarify on the Magician. Okay? We'll keep this the tarot card down of the Tower over there with the Hanson Roberts, because I just feel like I should. Let's see what's going on with the Magician. I feel like with a lot of you, I know the Magician, you have all the tools that you need. You might feel a little down in the dumps about it, but don't. Just don't. And I don't know why I said that. There's no cards of feeling down in the dumps, but I just feel like some of you are just unsure. So it's kind of like you almost feel like a natural negative feeling towards the change, because a lot of people do not like change. I love change. The Emperor, the Page of Cups, and Temperance. And then at the bottom, the Knight of Swords. So you graduated a little bit. You're moving on. You went from the Page to the Knight. And then, after that, on the Major Arcana, I'm going to put these down. On the Major Arcana that I pulled on I mix up the cards sometimes because I try to get it out fast. I'm sorry. But I know a lot of you will follow along, most of you. I pulled on the Magician. So on the Magician, I got the Emperor, the Page of Cups, and Temperance. So you had two Major Arcanas that fell out on this new beginning that's happening. The Magician is right at the beginning of the Major Arcana. It's after the Fool. We all know that, right? It goes 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. There's this new beginning that's happening that you've tried to put together or just happened to you, I feel like unexpectedly, because of this Tower up here. This card just keeps calling out to me, and the Tower is a great card. I love this card. Everyone sees it and they start, shitting their pants, so excuse my language. Just comes out. I will always say I don't necessarily have the best language, and I try to keep it classy, but something came out of the blue that you didn't expect. And I feel like a lot of you, it has to do with work or some kind of business partnership, or maybe at the beginning I felt like it resonated with quite a few of you. It was an emotional thing. Take it how it comes, okay? Take it how it comes. But you have to try to look at this situation like a child almost. Just just look at it. Don't try to judge it. Don't put ego into it, because I feel like if you do that, this is going to be a great situation for you. A great situation. And you're going to have justice on it if you just believe in it, because you have so many major arcanas in this reading. So many. So many. I'm going to throw a few cards down before my phone shuts off, because, recording on my iPhone over here. Justice. So I want to see what this might... Fool. Oh, okay. You have another major arcana. The Fool, the Ten of Rods, the Four of Pentacles, and then at the end, how gorgeous to end the reading, the Wheel of Fortune. This was a karmic cycle you went through. Karmic cycle. And you learned to use all of the elements that you've had. Look at these two together. Now, in both of these cards, you have all four elements in it. And the same with the Fool. He had everything. Oh, the Fool came out too. Yep. Oh, yeah. So here we go. Now I try to hold them in, but... So in all of these three major arcanas, all of the four elements are shown. And I think that needs to be a lesson to you. And I'm not trying to talk down to you. I'm just saying I'm trying to spread a message. You need to... maybe a lot of you are in your head right now and you're like, oh, this new beginning, or oh, this happened to me, or blah, blah, blah. And that's okay to be like that. Don't stay like that for too long. You need to change your perspective, because you have always had all of the elements and all of the tools that you've needed all along to help you on this change that's going on in your life, okay? I don't need to say anything else right now. I will be back with a generalized love reading soon. So this was very general, but I feel like this message will resonate with a lot of you. So take care, Scorpio. Let's bring on the new year. Be positive, be happy, because we all know you're going to attract what you think. It's a law of attraction. Just try to think of it like that, okay? Try to get out of that negative state of mind. Don't think the tower or anything like that is a bad thing. This upset is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Take care.